Awa mada noni dongu maka wa rio chile wa luyo mi ario na yedo mu maka kere cho war lu o ke ki cha par rio en.
For the past 20 years, a senseless civil war is literally waged in northern Uganda as over 30,000 innocent little boys and girls have been stolen from their home and they forced to become child soldiers.
Nó người tên mày cái nhá, cái đó người chào cứ qua cái ear cái đó người du, cái đó người du đó cái đó người chào chuẩn nè được đằng cả.
I first became aware of this problem when we started the Living Hope program, and somebody brought me a photo of Nancy. She had no nose, she had no lips, she had no ears. And then I met Nancy and I heard her story of how she was only 7 years old when she was abducted by the LRA, and she did manage to escape. But then she was abducted again a second time, and in order to punish her, another child soldier was forced to do that to her with a razor blade. If these women do manage to escape and try to integrate back into normal society, they often find out that life outside the bush is far more difficult than what they ever anticipated. They're often rejected by the community, even by their own families. Nobody wants to be around them. When they eat, food drips out of their mouth. They go to the market and people are repulsed by the way they look, so they don't even want to sell them food. And if they are able to even start up a small business, nobody wants to do business with them. So these women end up totally isolated, feeling totally rejected by everybody, destitute, absolutely no hope. I believe the most pressing need that these women have right now is for dignified help that is demonstrated in a practical way. They actually need to have their mutilated faces reconstructed so that they can be set free from this prison of isolation that they're in, so that beauty that is inside can come outside and they can walk no longer ashamed, but they can walk with their heads held high.
When we found out about Nancy and the position that she was in, we thought, oh, we'll do a bit more digging just to find out the extent of the problem, particularly in Gulu and in northern Uganda. And the results we found were actually quite staggering. We contacted the Presidential Advisor's Office and they said they had nearly 3,000 people officially registered as being victims of the LRA with disfigurements of all different kinds, burns, you name it. And they were just the ones they could find. Because of Nancy's background and what she's been through in the past, with her obvious disfigurement, we've gone down the track of organising surgery, especially for Nancy, and what we're hoping will be the very first surgery of this type. We're hoping to be the first of hundreds.
Jesus is in the business of restoring dignity. And Jesus doesn't just fix broken bodies, he fixes broken emotions, he fixes broken spirits. That God delights in taking the things that are despised, the things that maybe the world looks on as trash and ruined, and he delights in picking those things up and literally restoring them for the glory of his great name. And I have a dream that God is going to do some significant things through these women who have suffered so much.